Ecole St. Pius is extremely fortunate to have a large, dedicated volunteer corps. Our volunteers help to make our school an inviting and welcoming learning space for all who walk through our doors. It's because of our active parent volunteers that we are able to offer such a broad range of activities and events throughout the school year. The concept of service is central to the beliefs we hold as a Catholic school district. There's a long tradition of volunteerism within Catholic institutions and organizations. Volunteer work has ties with Catholic institutions and organizations that run deep. Jesus often invited his disciples to love one another. He urged them to show their love through what they did as well as by what they said. Gifts and talents not only help individual growth, but they support and enrich the whole community. In offering to volunteer at St. Pius X, parents and community members truly provide the students with real-life models of service. Volunteers have played a major role in Catholic education since the time when parishioners joined their efforts to establish the first Catholic school. The tradition of volunteerism has been strong in our schools, and each year grows stronger as more people, parents as well as community members, become involved. The principal of the school has the responsibility, in consultation with staff, parents, and the community, to determine who will volunteer in the school and what form each school's volunteer program will take. The principal is guided in all decisions, including those related to volunteers, by the Provincial School Act, as well as district policies, regulations, and practices. Volunteers must clearly understand that all work in the school must be within the context of the beliefs of the Catholic faith. This means that volunteers working with the district students are asked to respect the Catholicity embedded in the school environment and refrain from taking advantage of their access to students to discuss religious questions, since this is the responsibility of the school staff. The achievements of students are to be valued and their rights preserved. In the course of his or her service in schools, a volunteer may learn personal facts about students, their families, and their problems. As a result, a volunteer must agree to keep this information confidential and not discuss it with people in or outside the school, other than the school administration. If a volunteer has a problem with a student, he or she should direct the matter to the student's teacher and speak with school administration. If a volunteer has a problem with a teacher, he or she should discuss the matter first with that teacher and, if necessary, speak with school administration. A volunteer cannot use his or her presence in the school as an opportunity to dialogue with teachers concerning his or her own child's situation. Volunteers who wish to speak to a teacher about his or her own child should make an appointment for another time. All volunteer work is done under the direction and immediate supervision of a teacher and may need to follow an appropriate work style to meet the expectations of each individual teacher. Within Calgary Catholic School District, the role of volunteers is viewed as a supportive one. Volunteers are not there to replace paid staff, but rather to support and supplement work that's already being done within district schools. Individual teachers shall decide whether they wish to utilize the services of volunteers. Every teacher has the option of deciding whether or not to have volunteers in his or her classroom. It's the responsibility of the volunteer to do his or her assigned tasks to the best of their ability. A volunteer is expected to work cooperatively with all staff members and seek clarification whenever necessary. A volunteer has the right to refuse a task if he or she feels that they are not properly prepared to do what is required. It's the responsibility of school personnel to give volunteers adequate on-the-job training. After an initial orientation, a volunteer should direct his or her questions or concerns to the staff member with whom he or she works. If more information is required, then the volunteers should consult with the school administration. After signing in at the office, please take the key to the volunteer room. You may store your personal belongings there. You will also find your personalized name tag inside the room. Please wear it for the duration of your visit. Before heading off to your volunteer assignment, please lock the door and return the key to the hook in the office. No matter where you are working within the building, please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the location of emergency exits and exit routes. There are maps posted in each workspace near the doors. If you need further clarification, please speak to a staff member. Should the alarm bell ring, please exit the school via your designated exit.